What's going on, Big Strong Gamers? It is Benson. Today we're going to be going over the most underrated map from each Call of Duty Treyarch game. Yep, that's it. Honestly, let's just get into it. The most underrated map from World at War has to be Verrukt, and Verrukt is a solid map. The only reason, in my opinion, it is kind of just overshadowed is because, well, the map's hard. I mean, you are in a little asylum area. It first introduces perks, and there's not really much to do. You have a small amount of training space, no pack-a-punch, and also you have to rely on the mystery box. And while this may seem very challenging for some players, I enjoy the challenge, and I believe that this map is really good. There's definitely some things that could be improved about it, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think it is a little too crammed, and I think the mystery box could be having a little bit more better variety, but it is World at War, and that's not the map's problem. Overall, the map did introduce quite a bit, perks and all. It is a really good map. Unfortunately, it is really difficult. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think I've made it past round 35 on this map, and considering all things, that is still extremely low regardless of the map. Overall, everything about the map I think is unique. It is very ominous, scary, and just all of the above in terms of horror. It is a really good map, and I would really recommend, if you have not played it, just go check it out. Just see if you want to play it. It's like you play it for maybe like 20 minutes. It's really fun with friends, and if you don't like it, oh well. The most underrated map from Black Ops 1 has got to be 5, and this is a really good map. I would say it is really difficult. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, this map is probably going to be very painful, not fun, and just something you're not going to want to even boot up. The map is very compact, just like Verrukt. It has a variety of some perk machines. There's not really much on this map besides a mystery box, pack-a-punch, and perks. It is truly about survival, and this map will definitely make you a good player. I mean, if you are not, try this map out, get good at it, and just try to train with this map. If you can train and camp with this map, you could probably do it with about every other map. The map layout is fairly decent. I mean, you have 3 layers. Really, you're going to be at the second layer. The bottom layer is ultimately useless because Nova crawlers spawn, and also the zombies spawns are really bad as well. The second area, on the other hand, is really good. I mean, you have 3 perks. I mean, you have jug, mule kick, and also double tap if you want to get that, say if you have a LMG. But if you are, wanting to get speed coal or something, you just take the elevator and you go upstairs and everything will be fine. And you can just get that and camp in the elevator. Everything about this map I think is fun. It is something that isn't meant to be taken seriously. You hop on this with friends and try to survive just as long as you can, and make sure you don't get your guns taken by the Pentagon thief, which will constantly lurk around the map around every like 5 to 6 rounds and try to take one of the player's guns. And if you actually kill him without no one taking them, you get a bonfire cell for the pack-a-punch, which reduces the value of the pack-a-punch machine price by 80%, which is 1,000 points, which is absolutely insane. So you could pack-a-punch 2 weapons for the price of 2,000 instead of 10,000. Overall, the map did introduce some fun features, and I just think it is a overall underrated map just because of how hard it is and the layout. For our next game, we have Black Ops 2, and I would definitely have to say the map that is the most underrated in this game has got to be Buried. The overall map layout is amazing, the wonder weapon is really good, and it also introduces Trade, which is the one and only perk that actually was extremely overpowered, and it still is even used in Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies today. And it is a really good map. I think all of us can say it is a really fun experience. I mean, if you weren't playing Buried back then, you kind of missed out, and if you played it now, you probably wouldn't have as good as of an experience as I've had or any other older player. But I mean, there is a great amount of innovation in this map. I mean, you have Leroy, the Vulturate, and also the witches. This was something that never have we seen before, and was something different and fun. They would take away your points, but if you could kill all of the witches and survive throughout the maze, you would get yourself a free perk, and also go to the pack-a-punch machine, which was one of the better camping areas that you could partake in, which was really fun with friends. Overall, the map was really fun, but we also had some more modes with it. We didn't just have the OG cast, we also had grief and a turn, which was a really fun benefit. If you were playing grief on this map, it was probably the best experience that you could have in the grief category. You could have the paralyzer, which was really fun, and also throw the meat around and have the zombies run after the other players. Overall, Buried is a great experience, and every time people mention Black Ops 2, everybody forgets about this map, and it is criminal. The most underrated map from Black Ops 3 has got to be Zetsubou no Shima. There's a great variety of things to do within this map, but everyone just kind of overlooks it, mainly because, I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, there's Shadows of Evil, Horizon Dracarod, Crovy, Revelations, and all of these Zombies Chronicle maps, and also customs. I mean, if you were really looking down this on paper, you probably wouldn't even see Zetsubou no Shima because you have such a long list, and you know, you can't really blame the player, but rather than the fact, you can blame how, I don't know, the community has treated the map. It is a really fun map, and it is something that I actually do enjoy quite a bit. It is probably one of the maps I played the most, mainly because I wanted to beat the Easter egg so badly, but the map is really good, but that does not mean it's do without flaws. The main issue with this map is with how many doors there are. I mean, if you're not running shopping free or have double points or any sort of extra, you're not going to have a fun experience with this just because of how expensive it is. I mean, if you don't have any gobblegum, you will be probably opening doors up until about round 12, which even then it's going to be hard because you probably don't have money for Pack-a-Punch, which you will probably die without because it's Black Ops 3, and round 12 or 13, you're probably going to die. Most likely you are, and that's just how it is. The map layout, everything about it, it's really fun once you get the map open. I will agree that much. There's plenty of hidden Easter eggs alongside with other things to do in the map, which is really, really fun. And overall, this is the experience that if you want to have a high round game on, this is the one you want to play. It's a really good map, and if you haven't already, check it out. The most underrated map from Black Ops 4 has got to be 9. Black Ops 4 in general gets a lot of hate and hatred in the community because of how bad and poorly it played, but 9 on the other hand is the one kind of gemstone in it that everyone kind of overlooks because of how bad Black Ops 4 is. And you might be wondering, why is Black Ops 4 so bad? I haven't played it. Well, I mean, do you see the screen, this giant HUD and all this nasty, caca nasty? It's all here, but it was made for one map and one map only, 9. 9 is the one map it actually truly performs on very well, and it actually flows in this map. I don't like the HUD in Black Ops 4, but I can actually stand it in this. How the perk system works, how the just lore of the chaos story, it just flows very well in this map, and it just has a layout such as Shadows of Evil and a couple of other very simple, nice laid out maps. It is a really fun experience. It adds quite a bit of bosses, it changes dogs to tigers, and adds a variety of traps which you can use to kill the undead. There's plenty of things to do, such as the side quest to get the scorpion weapon alongside with the musical Easter egg, and plenty of others. The map experience is fun. This is one I actually do enjoy playing if I go back and play Black Ops 4, and the only reason I do go to play Black Ops 4, it is something that I actually do enjoy, and it is something I believe other players do as well, but it is underrated because of its many issues. The last and final map has got to be Forsaken from Cold War. Cold War did bring a lot of experiences to the table. If you did not like them, that's understandable, but Forsaken has got to be the underrated out of the bunch. D Machine and Mauer Toten were really good maps. They were really solid, and the whole situation with Firebase E, we can all agree that it was just a bad map, that it was just a reskin of D Machine. Just realistically, it was. Forsaken, on the other hand, though, it is something that we haven't seen before. We get to go into a Russian base that is posed as an American lifestyle, which you could use to zipline around, grab perks, and do a bunch of other things. It is the wrap up of Cold War, and it does actually have some really interesting story and gameplay with it. You have a bunch of abomination bosses alongside with some zombies that actually get extremely difficult if you're not in the right areas or have the right setups. It is really fun. I did enjoy my time with this map, and just in Cold War in general, I did. So just leave a little spot in this video for that, because I did have fun with this map, and it is something that I did enjoy quite a bit. And regardless if I complained about it, I do miss it. I think it was a really good map, and the community was a little just tired of Cold War in general because with how easy it was and the lack of content that happened because of Outbreak. But I think we could all go back and say that of all the maps that we could have played, this was a map that was fun, but since it was at the end and a lot of people were just tired and kind of excited for Vanguard before we knew it was trash, this was a map that was overlooked and often not played. But gamers, if you made it this far, you deserve a cookie and I love you. That is it. You might be thinking about Vanguard, but let's be honest here, in the state that it's in, there is nothing that can be really done or played with, and the map or the game itself, it's not underrated, it's just bad. So I'm sorry about that, but leave a like, subscribe, all nonsense, you know how this goes. Check out the links in the description. But on that, gamers, I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a wonderful day. See ya.